Vanessa!
Ah, my two favorite people.
How's it
How are you
going?
doing?
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Excellent. It's an
Awesome.
exciting time here at HQ. We are one
Oh,
week in
yeah.
counting QuarterCon.
Oh my gosh, that is so exciting. It came really fast,
Yes,
didn't it?
as it does. All right, so we are recording right now, just to let
Okay,
you know, um,
perfect.
as long as you're cool with that.
Yes, I am.
I'd
I
love
am.
to see
I
you unbox and experience the Caracorder
haven't
2.
touched it at all.
So those who don't know, our origin story was so Vanessa is a stenography influencer, and I had just started making TikToks of the first Caracorder one. I don't even know if we were shipping them yet. Like they were prototypes and stuff I was
Mhm.
showing videos of. And then Vanessa had posted some like challenge, see if you can keep up with me on a keyboard or something, and probably hundreds of people had tagged my account like do this challenge. And so I did the challenge, and Vanessa's like, what the heck is that? And so she DM'd me, and I think we talked for like 5 hours nonstop the first time you DM'd me.
Mhm.
And it was great because
I
I
had a
had
lot of
some,
questions.
yeah, lots of questions, lots of great questions. And I had some background with stenography, and of course well aware of it. But Vanessa is not just like your average stenographer. She's also a real time captioner, which is like the elite of the elite. So I had questions for her too, and so it's just been a great friendship. It's been amazing to also that you were so willing to work with us before we had the amazing products that we do now. What we sent out was very much was a lot more rudimentary than it was before. So you've helped us with feedback. You've helped us continue developing it um, as one of our first people that ever adopted it to replace her QWERTY keyboard. So now
Yes.
it was a couple weeks ago was the third anniversary of you switching from QWERTY to Caracorder, and it was on my calendar, and it was also coincidentally like the same week that we were sending CC2 in production. So we started texting, and I decided we had to send the first Caracorder 2 has got to go to Vanessa. And it's
Oh,
so funny. I still get comments all the time that are like trying to pit us against each other. Like Vanessa probably is the most followed stenographer that I know of, at least, influencer. And so whenever I post any video, there's always some guy that comes in and comments like, Vanessa, come put this guy in his place or something. Like just last week, somebody goes, stenography's on the line. Like Miss
yes.
Steno, come put this guy in his
Yeah.
place. Like
Yeah.
your stupid toy can't do is will never measure up. And then Vanessa responds and is like, actually,
Yeah.
I've awkward. I've been using this device
Yeah.
full time for 3 years. Like,
Yeah.
there's no
Like
reason why
awkward.
stenography and Caracorder has to be like enemies of one another. They're completely
Yeah.
different classes of device. And the intention of Caracorder is not to replace the stenograph; it's to replace
Mm-mm.
the QWERTY keyboard.
And I get a lot of comments too going, oh, have you seen that caracorder? Or somebody will send me a video of the caracorder and be like, oh, what do you think about this? And I'm like, love it. So it's awkward. It's fine.
Yeah.
And I get asked about it a lot, and it's really fun. Like last year, I was at a steno event, and I got bombarded by a bunch of stenographers, and they wanted to know all about the caracorder, and I was so excited. I was like, "Well, let me tell you." And so it was just nice to the people can be open-minded and curious about it and ask questions, and I love talking about it. So just as much as I love talking about steno. So it was super, super fun. And tomorrow I'm going to be in a webinar, and one of the questions they're going to ask me is about the keyboard I use. So I'm like, yes,
Nice.
another time to talk about my caracorder.
Cool. And you first met Alejandra at one of those conferences too, right?
I
Yeah,
did,
yeah.
yeah, in Houston. We met in Houston at the NCRE conference.
Mm-hmm.
We sat next to
Yeah,
each other at the little
With-
and I was about
Yeah.
to show the camera recorder on video, and someone turned around and they were like, "You're so cool." Do you remember that?
I do because somebody was playing a video of me and it was on such a big screen and I wanted to like crawl into a hole and leave and everybody's like, "Oh, that's you." So I was like, "Dang it." So if that's the same one I'm thinking of, I
Yeah.
don't know. It was super awkward. But I was like, "Yep, that's my keyboard." So, super fun. It's very fun.
Love it.
Okay, I'll just have to open it and like hold it up so you all can see.
Yeah. If
So
you want
I'm,
to like just back up more, maybe
oh yeah, maybe that would work
Like
too.
this
Let's
knows the
see.
if you're able to open it
Oh
like in your
yeah,
lap.
yeah, I can. Let's see here. I'm really far away. Does that
That's good. We
work?
can see you loud and
Okay.
clear.
Okay, perfect. Hopefully my puppies stay where they're at and they don't come join.
What are your dog's names again?
Storm is the little white one back there, and then behind him is Sadie. I don't think you can see her because she's little.
Storm and Sadie.
Storm and Sadie. They're my little buddies. Okay, I need scissors for a minute. They're the best coworkers ever. And then I have a cat around here somewhere too. I don't know where. Usually he's right on camera.
Does that shirt say Captioner is human?
It does.
Is that off of the? Did somebody make that based on the thing that happened to you?
No, I made it based on that.
Oh, you made it. Nice.
I made it. I
I
made
need one
it
of
for
those.
me. And then the back it says captioner, and then it says Miss Steno's cringe crew.
Nice.
Okay, gotta get back.
Someone is ready.
My puppy thinks it's for him. Anything in a box is for him. Ooh, okay.
For
Got
mine,
it.
it's any boxes for them. Just the box, nothing inside
Okay, I saw a TikTok about how this was packaged, so I don't even know if I'll be able to get it open. You and Nick did a really good job wrapping these.
Yeah,
I
you
was
need
like, oh my
scissors.
goodness.
Scissors for sure.
Okay, scissors again, without cutting myself out of excitement. Ooh, it's so exciting. Ooh. The first CC2. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. Oh, okay, I'm freaking out here. Okay, I'm gonna open it. I don't know if you can see or not. I wonder if I can. I want to hold it up, but I don't want to drop it.
You're fine.
I would hate to drop it. Oh my goodness, it is so beautiful. I think now I can take it out.
Do you
Oh
have
my gosh,
your CC1 to compare it next to?
I do. I have it right here. So CC1, oh my gosh, it is. Okay, I have to set this down. This is so pretty, Riley. I mean, it's beautiful. Sorry. I don't know what to call it. It's pretty. The finish on it, like, oh my gosh, and those switches feel really nice. They're so quiet.
So you know how
I don't
people
know.
were like putting grip tape and silly putty and other stuff on the switches to
Yes.
make them grippier? Well,
Yeah.
the new caps they have there's a rubber edge
Oh my
around
gosh.
the outside, so the inner part is still solid core, so that you still have a really like solid actuation force that you can feel and get that tactile feedback. But then the edges around the rim are non-slip.
They feel so good. They're so soft.
One
They're
of
really soft.
one of the biggest positive feedbacks we've heard on it so far is that the lighter actuation force makes it feel like it just makes typing a lot more easier.
Okay.
It's like you're typing on a cloud.
Oh, it's like you barely have to press.
Hmm.
I wish it like you can't see.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, it's a really light touch.
Even after it feels a little. I mean, just because you're used to CC1, obviously, it's going to feel different.
Yeah.
But after one day of using a CC2, I try to go back to using a CC1, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, how did I ever use this before? It was sort of, it's comparable to like after you use CC1 after using a QWERTY keyboard, like you can never go back.
Yeah.
After using CC2, it would be tough for me to go back to CC1. If it was the only option besides QWERTY, I would definitely do it, of course.
Absolutely. For me, it would be like, so I have like an OG CC1 that doesn't have the membranes.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
And it's way different. So like I was going back and forth and like I couldn't do it like without the membranes because I was like so used to it. I was like, oh my gosh. But I have to tell you, I'm so happy about the connection.
Yeah.
That it's out.
I haven't advertised that actually. I don't think we've ever said that as a
It's
feature,
like one of the
but
first thing I noticed, so it's not going to be so scary to plug it in.
Right.
But come on, after 3 years, I just got it figured out how it is, and now I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, that's the thing. It has no effect on us because, like, I mean, we've assembled thousands of them, so it's we know exactly where it is. But it's, especially for a new person, I think it makes it more accessible. It's nice.
For me, like I was with shaky hands because I'm like, I got to get it in there just right. I got to get it in there. If I can't get it in there, I can't use it. This is amazing. I really like it. I can't tell if it looks a little bit bigger or if it's just how it's designed.
It's designed
when I have
to be the exact same size, exact same proportions, exact same everything to CC1.
Okay. Yeah. I think it's just the way it's designed. It's just so pretty. And I do like this in the middle. How it has the actual logo. That's awesome. Oh my gosh. It's so exciting. Oh, that's different. Okay. I mean, that doesn't matter. That's just me going, oh, a little bit different than the CC1.
So that's a quarter 20 embed that you can use for mounting onto other different ergonomic fixtures. So you know how a bunch of people in the community had designed little tinting like stilts and stuff.
Yes.
When there's nothing to grab on, then it's very difficult. You basically have to create some design which wraps around the entire carrot quarter.
That is so cool.
Takes up a ton of room. So actually right now, I have on my armrests of my chair, I'm using those quarter 20 mounts for my chair recorder. Yeah.
Your chair recorder, I love it.
So there already exist all kinds of different mounting solutions designed for that specific type of embed, which is used in videography and photography. So we can leverage all of that for people that want to mount it to their desk, mount it to their chair, mount it to some sort of tinting or negative slope fixture.
That is so cool. I love it. I like how shiny it is back here. I know nobody sees back there, but it's really shiny and pretty compared to the CC1s. You know, shine. Sparkly, shiny. I like it.
Yep. Every single component has been improved.
Oh. Sorry, I'm pressing buttons. There we go. Yeah, it's beautiful. And the keys are just, do they just pop off?
Yes, the keycaps are also now replaceable.
That is so cool. Oh my gosh, that's really cool.
So that opens up the door for people to do a lot more customization and modding for the caps.
Yeah.
And I know different people have different finger sizes, and some people have wanted to design caps that you could actually like put your fingers into and other stuff. So
yeah. And now they won't be breaking the device doing that. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is so. Oh.
And the switches are also another reason why we can do swappable caps now. Or the switches are much more durable. So they're rated at more than 5 times the lifespan of the CC1 switches.
Okay.
And are just generally a lot more tougher. Like we've seen devices that are dropped or put in a bag and caught on something where a switch breaks and we'll have to replace it. But with this device, we've yet to see a switch break. Not to say that it won't happen. I'm sure at some point somebody will break a switch. But but they're just generally through all the testing that we've done. I mean, people have been using these for internally for quite some time now, and we've never had a failed switch.
That is so cool. I mean, for me personally, my one that has a switch that's not right, I think I've had that because I have a few CC1s. So, but that one I think I've had for at least 2 years or so and used it every day. So I'm like, but this one, I think this one is probably the replacement I got from the one that didn't have membranes. So this is my oldest one besides my OG one.
Yeah.
Because I have an upstairs camcorder one and a downstairs camcorder one. And that lessened my chance of dropping them, taking them back and forth.
Yeah. Oh, I totally understand. Yeah. When I used to work at a desk job, I would have one at home and one at work, just 'cause
yeah.
you don't want to carry them back and forth every day.
Right. And I need a third one for flying, but I just take my downstairs one when I fly. So.
Well, there you go. Now you have your third one.
I know I have my third one. This one's too pretty to take anywhere. This one stays here. It's so pretty. Okay. I'm going to plug it in.
Plug it in.
I'm plugging it in. And I'm not going to be all shaky and freaking out because like the connection is so much better. It's just, oh my gosh, just right there. Oh, that's so nice. Look at that. Just like that. That's fantastic. Okay.
Oh, and I guess we haven't officially announced this yet, but I'll go ahead and tell you. Instead, you remember the UF2 files for updates?
Yeah.
So now everything is OTA, over the air. So all you have to do, you connect to the website and just click update, and it'll just do it all.
That is so cool. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. I'm way excited about that.
You're gonna be really excited about some QuarterCon announcements. I'll tell you right now.
I'm so excited, and I looked at my schedule and I was like, I don't even know, like, because I know you do it live.
We'll post
it's on
a recording of it too.
Okay, because it's on the 20th, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I worked till like 8 o'clock Central that day at night. So much for my mental note about don't work on the 20th. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is so cool. I'm going to plug this in. I'm trying to have it not be all tangled. Okay, plugging that in. Okay, it's plugged in. And I think I could probably, okay. CCOS is ready. Let's do this. I was gonna like share my screen. Maybe. No, that one, maybe? No. Oh, that's nice. Oh.
You won't have all of your chords.
Right, I know I'll have to switch them over. That's fine. Oh my gosh, it is so nice. I'm just trying to remember the ones that are like default because I don't have I don't use very many of the default ones. Okay. Oh no, okay. Oh, okay, that's not one. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. Oh, the keys feel so amazing. Oh, and the 3D presses aren't quite as loud. I use a lot of the 3D presses for like keys that I've mapped.
Yeah.
And my husband will be downstairs and he's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm editing a transcript real quick." Because I have like all of my CAT software shortcuts are all like 3D presses. So I'm just like, so on my other one, it's like click, 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 click.
Yeah, the CC1,
nice.
those are a little loud. This one,
yeah.
So the actuation force on CC2 is reduced both for the XY as well as the Z axis. And it is super, super quiet. Like you could probably use it next to somebody that's sleeping, no problem at all.
Yeah, it's so quiet. I want to see what it's like when I like type an email and I'm loud because I'm just loud when I'm a loud quarter, I'm a loud character entry, I'm loud. But this is so soft. I can't even hear it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know this,
Yeah, I
but a
can't even
lot of
hear it.
people use the device purely for ergonomic reasons. So one of the reasons why we wanted to lower the actuation force was just even for character inch. Of course, it makes cording easier too, but people that don't necessarily even care about speed, but just want to utilize a greater range of muscles in their hand, or maybe they have limited dexterity or capability to be able to move in type, this will make it all the more easier for them too.
Yeah, this is. I love how it feels. I love how it feels so much. Can't even. Yeah, I can't even hear it. It's so quiet. I might miss the clickety clack, but it is so nice that it's so quiet. Oh, I love it. Oh my gosh. And all this stuff. Okay, yeah. I can't wait to get all my stuff switched over. Get all my chord maps over there in my layout, and yes. I
Nice.
love it. I love it. Oh yeah, it's nice. I'm so excited. It's such a beautiful device, Riley. It really is. It is such, I wish that you could really see the difference on here of like how pretty it is. It's so pretty.
It really is a huge like quantum leap
It's beautiful.
from the Caracorder One. So I'm really excited about it. People have already started receiving it, and so far the response has been nothing but positive. I mean, it's been
I love
gosh, it's
it.
been 3 years plus since we first started shipping the CC1. So there's so much feedback that we've heard, so many improvements that we've made. Every single component has been improved from the CC1 to CC2.
I love it so much. You all have come so far in 3 years. I had to wait 6 months for my Caracorder one. And so when people are like, "Oh, I had to wait a week," I'm like, "Really, a week? Ooh, like that's lightning fast."
Yeah.
And also, I think back then, like, it was Launchpad, and it to learn how to use the Caracorder one, and it had to be downloaded onto my
Oh,
laptop.
old Launchpad, yeah.
So I had it on like all my devices, but it didn't like save, So if I used a different device, I would have to like restart, on that device. I couldn't like leave off.
Yeah.
So and I think that like device manager was not called device manager, maybe.
Oh no, that
I
was
can't
like last
remember,
year, yeah.
but it had to also be downloaded onto devices as well. So
Hmm.
you all have come a really long way. It's amazing. It's been amazing to watch like all of you grow and improve constantly. It's very, very cool. I
We have definitely
love
come a
it.
long way, and also still, I would say, have a long way to go to reach our mission of getting the whole world to type at the speed of thought. But we are closer than ever, thanks to
Yeah.
your support
You. Oh,
all
thank
these
you.
years. So thanks for being an advocate
Always.
and like yeah, like you are definitely OG Caracorder for sure.
Yeah, I'm like I'm OG. I don't know who was before me, but I was like I don't know, 10th person to join Discord, maybe.
10?
So
The 10th
there
person
was
on
like
Discord. Oh
I
wow.
think
That's
so.
crazy.
I'm sure there's a way you could like validate it, but there was pretty much nobody in there, and so Riley just ended up having to help me with everything. So, because Riley was really good about has always been very good about being really involved in Discord. And I had a lot of questions, and there was nobody else that was as far along as me yet, learning how to chord.
Hmm.
And so Riley was in there. We used to have impulse chording parties when impulse chording first came out. So
Hmm.
I'm like pre-impulse chording.
I think you were one of
So
the first people that I showed impulse cording after we
hmm
invented it.
and we used to have parties. Riley and I would just like get into a channel and we would just like add a bunch of chords
Hmm.
to
Oh my god,
our device.
you our updates at QuarterCon are going to blow your mind. I wish we could talk about, but it's only a week away, so I can't leak it now. But
Yeah, yeah.
it is gonna blow your mind,
I'm
Vanessa.
so
I think
excited.
of anybody on the planet, you will probably appreciate one thing that we're launching more than anybody else.
I'm so excited. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I get excited about the little updates. So very excited about it. Oh, I can't wait to find out. It's just very neat to have been on this journey with all of you. It's been very exciting. It was a complete accident that I ended up being like an early adopter. I'm never early to anything. Like, so I feel like people are like, "Oh, have you heard of this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I've been using it for 3 years."
I was the
Like,
10th member in the
where have you
Discord. What are you
been?
talking about?
Like,
That's super
it was
early.
so 3 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's changed for me too. I always say it, but using a computer keyboard kills my fingers and my wrists.
Mhm.
I can write on a steno machine all day long and be fine, and put me on a regular keyboard for 10 minutes and I'm done. And so with Caracorder, I don't have any of that pain or discomfort.
Yeah.
So it's been like a huge changer for me,
The
like game
longer
changer.
we've been around, the more I think equal to or possibly even greater than the testimonies that we see are focused on ergonomics compared to relative to speed. It's
Yeah.
like there's so many people that say like I couldn't use a QWERTY keyboard anymore. Like I used it my whole life and my fingers were just done.
Mm-hmm.
But then I
Yep.
switched to Caracorder and now I don't have all my hand and wrist issues just went away.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Yep.
it's those testimonies that I think for me personally mean a lot more than somebody just saying, "Oh, I was able to type." Like even people that can type twice as fast than they could before, that's huge. That's amazing, and I love that. But people that just that had no access, that it was physically painful for them to use a computer, and now they can. Like it's really hard to beat that. It's hard to get more excited about changing someone's life in a way more than that.
Very long way, come a very long way. It's been very exciting, and I'm excited to keep seeing where you all go with it. Very exciting, and thank you so much because this is just it's beautiful. It's so beautiful, and I can't wait to. It's almost too pretty to use, but I'll use it. So it's not for the museum. I'm going to use it. So Riley and I always joke that we're going to have a museum someday with all of
Oh,
our
it's not a
devices.
joke.
Okay, good,
It's not
because
a joke.
I'm really, really piling up over here with all this stuff. We're going to have a museum someday with all of our devices. So I don't feel bad when I buy another keyboard because I'm like, it's for the museum when I'm done with it. So it's fine. It'll just go in the museum.
Yeah, the Museum of I don't know, human computer interaction or something.
Hmm. Yeah, lots of stuff for it. I've got a couple Caracorder ones. I've got a couple Caracorder lights. Now I've got a Caracorder 2. So I'm doing good. Lots of steno stuff. Back up on my desk behind me, I've got a whole bunch of steno machines up there that I'm collecting.
Oh yeah.
They work. So super
Yep.
fun.
Those are the ones
I
that
still,
actually had the paper reel.
which I thought, I heard that Stenograph stopped making the paper, so I guess I need to be a little stingy with mine because that's all I've got.
Oh, is there a shelf life
And
on that paper?
no, I don't. I mean, it turns weird colors and stuff after some time, but
Yeah.
it gets a little like crinkly.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's
But
all
it's
printed.
so
Yeah, I guess there's no thermal or
yeah.
anything. So yeah.
I used to buy them by the case from Stenograph, and I just have it in the trunk of my car. And that way, like if I ever didn't have enough steno pads with me in a depth, so
Yeah.
I miss those days because that was a break for us. Like, oh, I need to change my paper. My paper's almost out. And now we don't have the paper, so they're like, you don't need a break anymore. So
The captioner is human. The captioner needs breaks.
Captioner is human. Captioner is human. Human. Sorry that I have basic human needs. It's awesome. Love it.
Yes. Well, cool. Thanks for jumping on.
Thank you so much. I've had this
As
since
always.
Saturday, and I had to like hide it, so I didn't unbox it. I was like, out of sight, out of mind. I was like, gonna wait.
Cool.
So yes,
Oh,
I'm
great.
very excited to get it all set up, and thank you very much. It's beautiful. My OG one has Riley's autograph on it. It's the first ever camcorder that was autographed by Riley. So
That's true.
that'll be worth some money. But
I
I'm not selling
signed.
it.
Somebody requested an autograph Carrefour, I think, last week,
Oh,
and
okay.
we have a tier on the Kickstarter for the super backers. They get a signed Master
Oh,
Forge
that's
as
so
well.
cool. Okay, very cool.
Next we'll need to send you the Master Forge.
Oh my gosh.
I don't
Well,
know.
my camcorder was the very first one you ever signed.
That's
So
true. Yes.
I love it. Yeah,
And
the Master Forge looks very cool.
mhm.
Very, very cool.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
We'll let you go. Thanks for hopping on. As always, if you need
Yeah.
anything or if you have any questions about your new device, don't hesitate to reach out.
Yeah, I'm excited to get it all set up and I'll have a full day with it tomorrow and I'm very excited. So thank you so much.
All right, we'll
It's
talk to you later.
awesome.
See you,
Okay.
Lisa. Thank
Hi, it
you.
was good to see you both.
You're a big inspiration to the hobbyist community, camcorder,
Oh,
stenography,
thank
and
you.
like stenographers just in
Yay.
general. So thank you for that.
Yay. It's been kind of a rough ride, hasn't it, Riley? I think we're at a better place now than we have been in the past
Yeah,
with everything.
there's
So
definitely still some stenographers out there who are pretty sour towards Carrefour,
yeah.
but we
And
don't let
it
that discourage us.
no, and I have found that with time, those sour stenographers can still be nice, at least to me. So I don't know about for you, but
Yeah,
but progress. So yeah,
It's all the same.
it's fine.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think that there's just so much overlap in our goals and our missions, and there's just so much rich history with cording in general, that I consider myself a student of it. And so many stenographers have made it possible to make Caracorder a reality that it's like we just owe them so much. So whenever I see a stenographer that thinks that we're being disrespectful or
oh
like
yeah,
deviating from like who they are or what they're because their identity is sort of tied into this layout, it's hard for me to understand that because I think that there's infinite room for innovation. And as a device, we've made CCOS to be layout and theory agnostic. There's no reason why you cannot use stenography with Caracorder. So it's
absolutely.
so I think that the platform of Caracorder and CCOS is something which, by choice, a user stenography can fall under that. So to me, it's like a rising tide raises all ships. Where the more people that are cording in general, I think will benefit both the art of stenography as well as for the newcomers and
Hmm.
the Caracorder and this market we're creating, which currently is still niche, but I don't think it's going to be for long. I think that there's that we've brought a lot of people to the world of cording, and that we're going to continue to do that in increasing numbers.
Absolutely. And I have made my chords as similar to how I would write stuff in Steno, so I don't have to remember between
Right?
the
Yeah.
two.
Exactly. Yes.
Because I was like, if I was worried that if I started chording on the camcorder, that it might like interfere in my brain,
Hmm.
switching between the two. And so I was like, well, if I just make those chords the same that they would be when I write on my Steno machine, then there's not, it's not super different. And I've been able to do that for the most part or close to it. So
Right.
it's worked out really well. And it's made me incorporate other briefs into Steno that I might not have
Hmm.
before because I do something on camcorder and I'm like, oh, I wonder what that would be like in Steno. And I'm like,
Exactly.
that works really
Exactly.
well. So, so there's
Right.
been that benefit too of me that I don't use a lot of briefs, but I have. So there's been some that have come out of me, creating
Hmm.
chords on camcorder that I've been able to transfer over, and I'm like, cool.
Yeah, and
So
that's it's all just about increasing the breadth of that neural network. When we
yeah,
talk about the speed of thought, that's what it comes. You're not even thinking about it. Just like
Mm-hmm.
when we're speaking or when we're driving a car, any other task that we've built up into our motor cortex to the point where it feels like autopilot. And that's what is so amazing about Caracorder is it's not like you're looking at the screen and you're essentially streaming your thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
And when you can just think something and have it happen, and it's not even limited to just text entry, like anything that a mouse or a
Right.
keyboard can do can be associated with a single stroke action. And it just
Absolutely.
opens up the doors to where, just like imagine a musician who is only allowed to press one button at a time, how insane that would be. Well, just like
Yeah.
chording opens up all this creative depth and beauty in music, which is not just infinite and limitless, but infinite and limitless in every single possible direction, in an infinite number of directions. And Caracorder does the same for music with chording, with human-computer interaction. The doors have only started to open, and we've only begun to explore what is possible. And I think it's hard to even imagine how far this can and will go.
I hear too many people say they're too old too to learn it. And I'm like, no, I was 40 years old when I learned how to do it. And they're like, yeah, but you're a stenographer. And I'm like, yeah, but I learned that when I was 20. So I was like, it's been a while since I
Yeah.
learned something new.
And
So I was like, it doesn't matter that I'm a stenographer.
and I think a major advantage to well, first of all, there's Caracorder Lite and X if you want
Mhm.
something immediately additive and you don't want to relearn how to type. But for those that are open to relearning how to type, one unspoken advantage or rarely spoken advantage of the CC2 and three-dimensional style text entry is that you retain all of your QWERTY muscle memory. Like I can still type on a QWERTY no problem.
Oh, yeah.
I just
Yeah.
have no reason to do it. Whereas if you
Right.
learn an alt layout such as Dvorak or Workman or Coleman, any of those other more popular alt layouts, you have to unlearn QWERTY.
Mhm.
And it's like you're sort of fighting your neural network as opposed to building upon it.
I only have to pull out my QWERTY keyboard if something happens with my computer, and my husband has to like troubleshoot because he's like, "Where's your regular keyboard?" And I'm like, "It's right here, right here. It's my regular keyboard."
I'm excited for some people to start captioning and doing court reporting and stuff with CC2 stuff.
It would be
Or not
it would be
even
so
CC2, but just Caracorder stuff. Be really
it would be really awesome. I don't know if there are other stenographers that use Caracorder one. You know, I mean, you're a Caracorder person and a Steno person, so that's super cool. I just don't know how many of us there are. So it would be nice to see more. But I mean,
the average age of a court reporter, I think, is like 55 right now, and a lot of them aren't as open to new stuff. I think I reached out to Anir, the CEO of Stenograph, to see if he'd be interested in making hobbyist boards or anything Caracorder engine powered. Didn't hear back from him, but he's gone now, I think, from my understanding.
Yeah, he stepped down.
Yeah.
Is what there was a whole ordeal on that. I kind of stayed away from
I don't know
the
anything.
Details of that. So
But, yeah, I know. I do know that there was some. There's a lot of drama in over there. So,
that's what I mean. I like to save my energy for happy things like Caracorder and
but
other things that make me happy. So.
But if there's new leadership there, maybe it is. It's worth reaching out again to see if they'd be open to it. Because I think there's a lot of history there, and it would be a shame just to not find a way to work together. I think that all of us can accomplish more, working together rather than everybody trying to do their own thing. So,
well, I had done a video that I showed how I edit transcripts and stuff within my CAT software with my Caracorder, because we press the same keys over and over again because they're, like software keyboard shortcuts.
Sure. Yeah.
So we're pressing like the same 3 or 4 keys over and over and over again. And so I have those mapped as a 3D press, and it makes me so much faster within my software than using a regular keyboard. And it was just like a way to try and show, because like I don't have that much transcript work that I have to do, compared to people that do depositions and work in court. But I just thought like, oh my gosh, if I was actually doing like a real transcript and using a QWERTY keyboard when I could just press these little keys and how, you know what I mean? Like it's just,
Yeah,
it's so much faster.
The macros, and then also just being able to type
So
faster
fast.
whenever you need to replace a word or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, and just the keyboard shortcuts alone that I've mapped
Yeah.
on there for using my software have made it. They were all the same things I did on a QWERTY keyboard. It just didn't feel quite as efficient as it is on the Camcorder one. So, and now the two. Its first day of work will be tomorrow. It's excited.
I'm sure it is.
It is. It's, I can see it smiling. See, it's smiling. Yeah, it's smiling. It's happy.
Are you gonna have? Is it Kara Jr.?
Oh, maybe it is Kara Jr. So this is Kara. This is Kara, the Camcorder. Well, I guess technically this is a couple versions of her, but I still have my OG Kara. She might be a little dustier. I'd go grab her, but she's probably a little dusty.
She's retired.
She's been put off
Let
to
her-
the
let her
side.
rest.
So she was used by a very famous person, and then she was never really the same after that. So I retired her. So so she has met quite some celebrities in her little lifetime of 3 years. So, and she doesn't have any membranes, so it's not her fault. She was just before the membranes. So it was just time to, and she's got Riley's autograph. So it's time for her to be retired.
For the museum.
What's that? Oh, yes,
For the
for the
museum.
museum. Yes, she'll get a special little spot. Yeah, this might have to be Kara Jr. I like that. I like it. That's how there's the Kara bot. Is the Kara bot still in Discord? It's changed so much. I don't even know. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when you talk to Kara on Discord, she even has like her own little AI generated responses.
Yeah, she's
I love it.
She is a little
Oh.
sassy sometimes.
Oh, okay, okay. A little spicy. Okay, got it. Love it. Very cool. Well, thank you so much, you two. Again, I really appreciate it. I'm excited to get it all switched over and have it be ready to use. Very exciting.
Love it.
Very, very exciting.
All right. Well, I'll have to end with
Yay.
my little tagline here. This is week. Do you know what week it is?
Is it like 54?
No.
Fifty-
It's like 43, I think. I think it's week 43. 52 will be December. That'll be 1 year.
Oh, my bad.
We'll just say 43. If it's not, then
43, 44, 45, 46, something.
let's try it. We'll do 44.
schedule.
I think I did do 43.
Okay.
So this is week 44 of Camcorder updates every week until the whole world can type at the speed of thought.
I haven't had any practice.
Awesome. Oh, I have one more question.
Oh, sure.
Does everybody have this, or is it just this one?
It's
Just yours.
you.
Just you.
That's awesome. Okay. Very cool.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
I haven't
Okay,
labeled
thank you
any
so
of them.
much.
Bye.
Bye.